Prudent Corporate Advisory Services and talk about how their numbers have been. Sanjay, great to have you on ET Now. Thank you for your time. I was just looking at your numbers and your top line growth at 12% and PAT move of about 2%. Tell me, what were the drivers and what were the key highlights really from the quarter gone by?
So thank you very much and good morning to all the viewers. So overall, I think it has been a very good half year because if you look at the last 12 months has been a range-bound market for the equity. But still, in spite of there being a range-bound market, we had almost about 13,000 crore of net sales, which has been very, very positive for us. So overall, if you look at, I think our AUM has moved up by almost 13% in last 1 year. And I think even though AUM has gone up by about 13-14%, I think the revenue has gone up by about 12%, mainly because some amount of back book pricing has been done by the AMC, where I think about a 1 basis point reduction has happened on our overall revenue. Now the overall the top line has gone up by about 12-13%. You have seen some amount of tepid growth on the bottom line, mainly because of number one is the on the insurance front, as you knew that in last 12 months there has been a reduction of about 3-4%. Revenue yield has gone down because of surrender value clause change. Number one. Number two is I think there is some amount of higher provisioning on account of additional trail which we give to our distributor partner on a full year basis. So last year I think we announced that additional trail criteria for the distributors, and last year the provisioning was in the later part of the year. This year I think it has been done equally for the full year. So that is the another reason. And third, probably the entire treasury yield has came down in this quarter because of mark-to-market losses on our treasury portfolio. So these all three things put together has brought some pressure on the PAT. However, we believe that this is, I think, the transitory phase, and we'll be able to maintain our growth trajectory.
That sounds good. Mr. Shah, while you were talking about AUM, give us an indication of where you are seeing AUM growth headed for the second half. Any number if you could share on that front?
If you look at last quarter's average AUM, against that my closing AUM is almost 11% higher. So if you look at we are having the 1,11,000 kind of 13,000 crore kind of an average AUM for last quarter, while as of now when I'm talking to you, my AUM is 1,27,000 crore. So already 11% uptick is already visible on my AUM, and we assume that the market has probably given a good consolidation phase of last 12 months, which might last for another 3 months. However, the SIP book is very, very strong. So if you look at last 12 months, my SIP book, we added almost 210 crore and now we are close to 1100 crore. So if I take into consideration 1100 crore of net sales going for next 6 months, and we are already running higher by 11%, my belief is that I think my AUM should close from here on by end of March by about another 7-8% higher.
Interesting. Also, your equity net sales with the SIP book, that's seen an uptick of 9% on a sequential basis. Tell me if you see this momentum sustaining, and how much of it is, you think, driven by new customer additions as opposed to higher ticket sizes?
So I think both the things are playing very well. So the existing customers are continue to add the SIP. So if you look at, as I told you, that in last 12 months, we added 210 crore, which is almost 25% of my book has gone up. So I think the people are continue to invest through the SIP mode. That's number one. Number two is new customer addition has been reasonably okay, because we used to add, last year we used to add about 25,000 customers a month. I think now that number is roughly about 21-22,000. So more or less, I think there might be 1 or 2% gap as far as new customer addition is concerned. But I think in spite of there being a range-bound market, I think the customer addition story is also very strong. For us, what is more important is the new distributor who are joining our platform, and that number is very, very healthy. Last year, we used to add 400 ERN holders as our business associates on a month-on-month basis. That number has gone to 450 in the current year. So we are expecting we'll add another 5,000 business associates with us as a mutual distribution partners.
Mr. Shah, that sounds optimistic, and good luck for the quarters to come. We hope to chat with you next quarter as well.